Greetings gastronauts, this is Keith Cooks. I'm Keith, and today I'm going to show you how to make an Italian classic mushroom risotto. And I'm doing this recipe for George Kerrison, who's just started his own YouTube gaming channel and would appreciate a few likes and follows and things, so there's links around. Please help him out. Okay, so mushroom risotto, a vegetarian dish. Yes, about time too, Keithy. It's, as I say, one of the Italian classics, which always gets you into trouble because anytime anything is described as a classic, there'll be people who say, "You don't do it like that," and stuff like that. Anyway, this is how I do it, and it's wonderful. So let's do it. Right, before we start making the risotto, we're going to need some stock, some vegetable stock. You can obviously buy vegetable stock cubes, and if you're doing that, skip this bit, move on to the next section. But if you want to do it properly, you will need a couple of onions, a stick of celery and some celery leaves, a couple of carrots, 2 bay leaves, a little bunch of flat leaf parsley, a little bunch of thyme, and 37 black peppercorns. And some water. I've got 1.5 litres of water in there because we want the end result to be 1 litre. Just top and tail the onion, keep the skin on, quarter it, and chuck it in the pot. Chop the celery into big chunks and the leaves as well. And top and tail the carrots, chop those into big chunks, throw in your herbs and bring that to the boil and just let it bubble away for half an hour. Okay, so the stock's been bubbling away for half an hour and I'm just going to drain it off. So I think it was a bit over vigorous with the boiling there because I've only got 1/2 litre of stock there. But no worries, I'll just top it up with boiling water, so we've got 1 litre, and we'll just taste it for seasoning. Hey, definitely needs salt, but I think more salt and actually some fish sauce, because umami, this is what we're after. Okay, ingredients for the risotto. I've got 250 grams of arborio rice, 250 grams of chestnut mushrooms, 1 litre of vegetable stock, 150 ml of dry white wine, a medium onion, a big chunk of Parmesan or Gran Padano, a bit of flat leaf parsley for garnish, 2 cloves of garlic and a big knob of butter. And there's one thing missing. I should have 50 grams of porcini mushrooms, but I just couldn't get them today. So sorry about that. If you do have them, they're dried. They need to be soaked in water for like 20 minutes to rehydrate. Okay, there's a fair bit of prep to do before you start. You want to peel your onion and chop it quite finely. And top, tail, peel and mince the garlic. And then you need to finely chop, slice the mushrooms. There we go, a mountain of mushrooms. Now we're moving over to the stove. You're going to be standing over the stove for 20 minutes at least, so be prepared. Okay, big frying pan on medium heat and knob of butter. I want that to melt. We can pop in the onion and let that cook for 2 or 3 minutes just to soften a bit. Now we'll add in the garlic and let that cook for a couple of more minutes. Now the mushrooms. Give those a couple of minutes. Now we'll add the rice and stir that to get that all coated in the buttery juiciness. And then we add the vino. I just turned the heat up a little bit because we need the alcohol to burn off from the vino. I don't know why, but people say you should do that. Okay, the vino's all disappeared, so now the fun starts. You need your stock and a ladle full of the stock in the pan, stir it in, and just keep stirring till it's disappeared. And then you do that all over again until the rice is cooked and you've got no stock left. And the timing of this can be a bit tricky because, you know, the rice takes 20 minutes to cook, and you want to have had it absorb all of the liquid in that time, not before and not after. How do you know how to do that? Make risotto 1,000,000 times, or be born in Italy. Okay, I think we're nearly there. I'm just going to taste a bit of rice. Yeah, that's very nearly cooked. It's a little al dente, but I'll just put the last bit of stock in there and that should do the trick. We have achieved risotto. There's a teeny bit of liquid in there, and I'm going to chuck in most of the cheese. I'm going to save some for garnishing, but we'll just stir that in, turn off the heat, and let that sit for 5 or 10 minutes, and then we can eat it. Okay, there's a little pile of risotto, and I'm just going to sprinkle on some of the Parmesan, Gran Padano, and some chopped parsley. Woo-ha! This looks fabulous. And guess what? It tastes fabulous as well. Excellent dish. Get it done. And that's that. I hope you enjoyed it. Now you can find the full recipe on my website, keithcooks.com, and there should be linky things kicking around somewhere. So you can print it out or just read it without having to listen to me rabbit on. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to Keith Cooks. Should be another link somewhere. And talk to me, make requests, make comments, keep them clean and friendly, otherwise I will ban you. And thank you for watching, and see you next time.